but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so. Amen.
Family. In my family, if I've got a loaf of bread, I don't say that that's my loaf of bread. If I have a loaf of bread, my family shares that loaf of bread. Whatever I have, if I have a house to live in, and I've got a son or a daughter that has no home to live in, I say no. You come in and stay at my house until you're able to get your house. Okay, so when we talk about having things in common, that's what we mean on that level. It doesn't mean, because again, in our society, we got a lot of stuff going on. We do not know what tomorrow's going to hold in this society that we're living in, because the economy could crash and the whole world could. And y'all know the chaos. I mean, we've never seen it like that, but it would be unbelievable. In my mind, I can imagine the chaos if the market crashed worldwide. And so this is a good time for the church, because we're able to learn more about Jesus and more about ourselves, the kind of people that we should be as Christians, and really feel one another. It's hard to hide in a small place. It's hard to conceal your motives or your intentions. You can tell when people are genuinely giving of themselves and they're not just putting on a show. It's a blessing. So I'm going to end right there. Anybody have any questions that you would like to ask of me, or pose, or comments?
Oh yeah. Do you feel like we're living in end times right now?
Yeah, but not so much as, like the last couple of months or years left, whatever. The other elements on the outside are going to affect it to the point where it won't be able to stand on its own. And if, from the biblical standpoint, the last great empire was the Roman Empire, and after it, all of these smaller ones we see today, it's like in the image Daniel saw, they were like the toes, the 10 toes, and the material they were made of was iron and clay, which is the weaker one. It started out with gold and silver and bronze and iron, and then iron and clay. And basically that's where we are right now. We still got nations like Russia and the United States and China. The great nations are right now. The direction that they're going in, that is sooner or later, it's got to collapse. The system has got to collapse. But look at where they are. They're actually literally right now at each other's throats. And one of the prophecies, in the reference to what you're saying, it deals with Israel being invaded from the north by this great army. And right now, the only army that would possibly be able to do that would be China.
The rule in China where you have one baby and people value the males more than the females.
Right.
Well, there's a disproportionate amount of men in China, and so that comprises the army.
Yes.
And the bigness of the army.
That's right. But if you took the Chinese army and lined them up 4 across, and they started marching, you could just start shooting them and you never kill them all.
Wow.
It just, by the time you got down, some more have grown up, old enough to take their ranks. There is no such thing as a conventional war to overcome it. It would have to be something catastrophic to end it all, and they all have the ability to do that, And so it's not a thing where a Christian should be fearful or afraid, because listen, we do know we're not going to be in this state forever on this planet. The cemetery bears witness to that. We do try our best to live a long, healthy life, of you know, full life, you know, and joy.
Yeah.
But there should be no fear. You know, we should not be without hope, because the scripture says that Jesus would come for us, you know, and for his church. But yeah, I think we're living in end times. Okay, I don't preach a lot about that because I feel like unless God has specifically spoken to you to promote it, I think it's like the other tactics in the world, which is fear tactics, right? You start talking about stuff and people start worrying. Well, why should I talk about something that's going to cause you to worry when I can talk about the stuff that's going to build your faith?
Yeah.
You know, and you're ready. You're not worried. But if it comes, when it comes, it comes. You know, but we'll be ready for it. It's in the Word. Yeah. Instead of stop being who we are, take that same love and the same desire and bring it home, because there's a lot of people that don't hug enough at home, who don't express, you know, enough closeness at home, and so we'll turn it around and make it benefit us, you know, so that we, you know, psychologically our children come out healthy.
She got me up all night, drowning out with these love songs. She got me up all night.